Alright, let's see what we got, guys.
But this story is far deeper and has gone on for far longer than everybody initially realized.
Well, how did we get from this to this?
I still watch every single one to the very end. I have to. I can't look away, dude.
And this is what we know.
They said it was drama, or gossip, or just people talking to their webcams hoping for a sponsorship and a scrap of serotonin. But I see something else. Primary sources. The internet. It burst onto the scene in 1983, and since then it's completely revolutionized how we connect with each other. Before its arrival, communication was largely confined to your immediate community. Sure, you might have known people outside of that circle, but having open conversations with them usually involved jumping through some serious hoops. Think about the evolution of communication. For a long time, talking face-to-face was the only option. Then came mail systems, making it easier to send letters to loved ones far away.
Here's your letter. Thanks. We just got a letter. 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 Wonder who it's from.
Telegraphs sped things up, allowing for quicker, shorter messages, and telephones eventually became a household staple, even if they were slow to take off. But even with all these advancements, true instant communication with anyone, anywhere, at any time remained largely out of reach. Cell phones helped bridge that gap over time, but they still had their limitations. But what the internet did, and continues to do today, is nothing short of amazing. It's given us an instant connection to people all over the world. We're interacting with diverse cultures, lifestyles, and ideas in ways we never could have imagined without this kind of access. The sheer amount of information we have at our fingertips today is mind-blowing. Hey there. So real quick before we dive into this episode, I just wanted to say two quick things. One, yes, I know I sound like a Victorian orphan recovering from consumption. I'm getting over being sick, but the content waits for no one. Not even me and my throat lozenge collection. So bear with the voice, I promise it's still me. And two, if you're new here, welcome to the chaos and curiosity that is Historically Gaming. This series that we're diving into is all about digging into internet commentary culture with a historian's eye. If that sounds like your kind of weird little corner of YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button and help us grow this community. We're inching closer and closer to our goal of 500 subscribers by the end of 2025. We're already at 343, which is wild. And every single one of you helps me prove that there is a place on YouTube for thoughtful, funny, and slightly nerdy takes on pop culture and history. Alright, that's enough of the mushy stuff. Let's get into the video. Roll the tape. As a historian, I find the internet an absolutely fascinating place. Traditionally, we learn about people from the past through written records, physical objects, and oral accounts, to put it simply. All of these are susceptible to being lost over time due to degradation and memories fading.
Sorry.
Plus, we often only hear about the people that are deemed worth talking about. Even though, as historians, we yearn to learn more about the everyday person. Sure, the big names are cool and incredibly important, but what were the everyday struggles people faced? What were their attitudes towards the events unfolding around them? What truly mattered to them? The internet is like a giant sprawling archive of ordinary people's thoughts, interests, dislikes, you name it. As historians, we now have more access to learning about everyday people than ever before, and honestly, it's incredibly exciting. I can scroll through someone's Tumblr meltdown from 2014 and learn more about the human condition than from half the archives I rummaged through in undergrad. Well, that's an exaggeration, but you get my point. I was actually thinking about this the other night. Decades, even centuries from now, historians are going to look back at us in 2025 and be able to piece together more stories about the past than we could have ever imagined possible. Social media is the ultimate time capsule. Has anyone ever looked back at their old social media like MySpace or Facebook and thought, wow, that was so 2009?
Look at me!
I know. We seem to be inside
I'm
each other.
old!
I beg your pardon.
Oh, I'm like the Crypt Keeper!
Okay, that's enough.
Beyond typical social media accounts, which we can dive into deeper in another time, one of the biggest archives we can find on the internet is YouTube. Every day, thousands, if not millions of people are posting videos about topics that genuinely interest them, and other people with similar interests watch them. You can learn a lot about society simply by observing what people choose to spend their time on. Before the internet, you might gauge this by the type of movies people watched or events they attended. Time is valuable, so the entertainment we seek out is inherently valuable to us. But what I want to focus on today is a specific genre of YouTube videos that I'm sure you're familiar with. I don't want to speak for everyone, but I can confidently say most people probably have at least one content creator they watch who falls into this category somehow. And what is that category? Commentary. Commentary content is this fascinating blend of opinion, analysis, entertainment, and often education. These creators are like modern-day pamphleteers or editorial columnists. Only instead of a printing press or newspaper, they have ring lights, microphones, editing software, and a platform with a potential reach of millions. What's incredible about commentary videos is how deeply personal and yet widely relatable they can be. One person with a camera and a story, a unique perspective, or a hot take can spark global conversations. And those conversations, they're archived, they're visible. Their reactions to politics, pop culture, social media, scandals, trends, social issues, all time-stamped and public. As a historian, this is a dream come true. Think about it. Commentary creators are inadvertently documenting how people are processing the world in real time. It's like watching primary sources being born before your eyes. The creators themselves, the comments underneath their videos, the trends they respond to, all of it forms a powerful cultural mirror. Now, that doesn't mean it's all perfectly preserved truth. Just like traditional historical sources, these are still interpretations filtered through personal bias, performance, and the ever-present desire to get views. But unlike a diary hidden in an attic or a newspaper stored in a dusty archive, these modern reflections are often multimedia. They have voice, facial expressions, music, memes, editing styles. They're rich emotional artifacts. Let's take a moment to appreciate how much this shifts the historical lens. In the future, researchers won't just be quoting from letters or speeches. They're going to be citing TikToks, YouTube videos, tweets, Discord threads. Someday, an underpaid grad student will be writing a thesis titled "The Socio-Political Impact of the James Charles and Tati Westbrook Feud." And they're gonna mean it. Like I mentioned, this type of content is layered. You've got visuals, tone, sarcasm, soundtracks, inside jokes. It's emotionally rich material. A single meme reaction GIF can say more than 3 paragraphs in a letter from 1864. And while, yes, digital preservation comes with its own risks, like server crashes, sites going down, platform moderation or deleted content. What we have access to now, though, is truly extraordinary. So here's what we're doing in this series. We're going to examine commentary culture the way I would examine a collection of World War II letters or 1950s propaganda. We'll look at who gets to speak, who gets heard, what people obsess over, and what people cancel. Because commentary videos aren't just content, they're cultural artifacts. If you've ever found yourself 45 minutes deep in a video titled The Downfall of Nikocado Avocado, a case study, congratulations, you're already part of history. Next episode, we're heading back to the wild world of 2016, the peak of drama commentary and the rise of internet truth tellers. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. And if you love internet history, digital culture, or just want to learn what our content says about us, make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss it. And tell me in the comments, which commentary creator shaped your view of the internet? Thanks for joining me on this historical adventure, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!